Hi, welcome to Next Best Action for Media by Valor on Reply. So first off, I want to show that this is grounded in Fabric and Foundry and Entra, natively allowing the users to log in with their Entra credentials, meaning it's built into the experience and the security perimeter that you spent the last decade reinforcing. What you see here is the dashboard that we've created to allow a media organization to reason over the tremendous amounts of data they have across their ad platforms, their data content, engagement details, support tickets, sentiment analytics, and more. All of the data sits in Fabric and allows me to reason over it, but specifically, I'm going to set my objective. My objective here is to increase engagement by 10%. It could be grow revenue. It could be to reduce subscription reduction or drop-offs. Whatever the objective is, one or many, the AI needs the lens to which to look at the data through. And so I'm going to ask a simple question to the AI. Now, this obviously is a prefabricated prompt. This data is synthetically generated data, but the AI agents are real, and the data is being added every day to make sure we keep this environment alive. So the orchestrator is now first understanding the question and then is routing it to the Fabric data agent. The Fabric data agent then reports back to the orchestrator and communicates its findings. Now, the goal here is to, although we have used this preconceived notion here, the goal is to derive these threads to pull on to identify correlation. And so first thing, once we've identified correlation, we can then derive an insight, which will help us prove causation and correlation with our hypothesis. So here we go. The orchestrator's found something, it's seen a trend, and it's suggesting an action. And then if it deems necessary, it will bring in the insight agent and the widget agent in its group chat to resolve to completion. Now this insight agent also runs every morning at 6 a.m. before I get into work with the lens that I've specifically created for it. So in this example, it's increase engagement by 10%. So there we go. It's added a new widget. And I'm also just created a new insight. So let's have a look at these insights. And again, these are the threads to pull on. I've used my preconceived notion by talking to it and asking it a question. But again, every morning these will run with the lens that my objective is, and anything over 70% will be reported with confidence from the AI will be reported in here. And I can choose what I want to go and explore something. So, launch an email newsletter campaign targeting skimmers, people who just skim across the content with personalized weekly digest based on browsing history. Okay, fair action. Now, I can go and test this hypothesis and then watch the data to see if that makes a change. So what we're then measuring is for the next 30 days, a hypothesis agent will be spun up, an ephemeral agent in Foundry, Azure Foundry, and it will watch that data. But I am going to create the newsletter. The next stage of this is to plug it into our Microsoft Agentic framework so the hypothesis agent can go and take action. So these have just been spun up, so they're still backfilling the data. These have been working for a while. And what I can do is essentially then go and tell it, oh, okay, first go and send the email, the newsletter, then it can go and track the data as well. So it can do multi-layers. This product was born from the gaming industry. So where gaming industry, game studios have a huge amounts of telemetry and interaction touch points, what we're seeing is the same level of understanding of all of this data and reasoning to be able to then go and take action or at least watch something and then decide if that something is real and then take action on that thing. So we can test it to our audience base. And the hypothesis agent will be spun up and deliver the results. So I can go from an idea or an insight into testing it and then finally rolling it out across the company if it shows true business opportunity. Our demos, we'd love to come and showcase this in person and speak more about the potential that Microsoft's Agentic AI and Agentic framework has to offer. Thank you.